F-22 Raptor. The F-22 Raptor entered service with the United States Air Force in 2005 and remains the most capable air superiority fighter ever built by any nation. Lockheed Martin and Boeing developed it jointly under the Advanced Tactical Fighter program, which began in the 1980s as a direct response to Soviet next-generation fighter development. The aircraft was designed from the ground up to dominate contested airspace before any opponent even knows it is present. The F-22 combines supercruise capability, all-aspect stealth, thrust vectoring, and integrated avionics into a single airframe. Its Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines allow it to sustain supersonic speeds without afterburner, reducing its infrared signature while extending its combat range. The aircraft can cruise at roughly Mach 1.8, without burning through its fuel reserves the way a conventional fighter would in afterburner. Its radar cross-section is classified, but by most accounts it is comparable to a steel marble when viewed head-on. All weapons are stored internally, eliminating the external pylons that generate radar returns on conventional fighters. The F-22 carries AIM-120 AMRAAMs and AIM-9X sidewinders in internal bays, deploying them through snap-open doors that expose the weapon for only fractions of a second. The aircraft's AN/APG-77SA radar can track multiple targets simultaneously, while operating in a low probability of intercept mode that makes it extremely difficult for enemy systems to detect the emission. Combined with its integrated electronic warfare suite and data fusion architecture, the F-22 presents its pilot with a synthesized picture of the battle space that no adversary platform currently matches. Production ended in 2011 at 187 operational aircraft, a figure widely criticized as insufficient. The original program called for 750 aircraft. Cost overruns, shifting post-Cold War priorities, and the rise of the F-35 program led to the early termination. The Air Force has operated with that limited fleet ever since, and no replacement is currently in service. F-35A Lightning II. The F-35 program is the largest defense acquisition in American history and produced 3 distinct variants, each tailored to a different service branch. The F-35A is the conventional takeoff and landing version operated by the Air Force and is the most produced of the 3. Lockheed Martin designed the F-35A around a strike mission profile rather than pure air superiority. It carries a 25mm GAU-22 cannon internally, along with internal bays capable of holding a mix of air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons. Its stealth performance is optimized primarily for the front aspect, making it highly effective against ground-based radar systems during ingress, but less comprehensive than the F-22 in a pure beyond-visual range dogfight scenario. The aircraft's core strength is its sensor fusion. The AN/APG-81 AESA radar, the AN/AAQ-37 distributed aperture system, and the AN/AAQ-40 electro-optical targeting system feed data into a central processing architecture that gives the pilot a 360-degree synthesized awareness picture. The helmet-mounted display projects this information directly onto the pilot's visor, allowing targeting in any direction the pilot looks. The F-35A entered operational service in 2016. It has since been exported to numerous allied nations and forms the backbone of the Air Force's multirole strike capability going forward. Despite early software problems and cost growth that drew sustained congressional criticism, the aircraft has matured into a capable platform with a continuously expanding weapons load and electronic warfare suite. F-35B Lightning II. The F-35B is the short takeoff and vertical landing variant developed for the United States Marine Corps. It replaces the AV-8B Harrier in the Marines' expeditionary strike role and is also operated by the United Kingdom and several other allied nations. Achieving vertical landing required a fundamental redesign of the aircraft's internal structure. The F-35B uses a shaft-driven lift fan system developed by Rolls-Royce, located directly behind the cockpit. In vertical flight mode, the lift fan provides forward lift, while the main engine nozzle rotates downward and roll posts in the wings manage lateral stability. This system replaced the internal fuel volume and gun that the F-35A carries, reducing the B variant's range and payload compared to its conventional sibling. The F-35B carries no internal cannon as a result of these structural compromises. An external gun pod can be mounted, but doing so compromises the aircraft's stealth profile. Its internal weapons bay is also slightly smaller than the F-35A's, limiting the size of munitions it can carry internally. Despite these limitations, the F-35B gives the Marine Corps and Allied navies the ability to operate a stealth strike aircraft from smaller ships and austere forward bases that cannot support conventional runway operations. It declared initial operational capability with the Marines in F-35C Lightning II. The F-35C is the carrier variant, built specifically for catapult launch and arrested landing operations aboard United States Navy supercarriers. It is the largest of the three F-35 variants, with a wider wing and reinforced undercarriage designed to absorb the stresses of carrier operations. The enlarged wing gives the F-35C better range and payload efficiency than either of its siblings. Its internal fuel capacity is higher, and the broader wing surface generates more lift at lower speeds, which is critical for safe approach speeds onto a carrier deck. Folding wingtip sections allow it to fit within the constrained space of a carrier hangar. The F-35C declared initial operational capability with the Navy in 2019, making it the last of the three variants to reach that milestone. It replaced the FA-18C Hornet in carrier air wings and operates alongside the FA-18E and FA-18F Super Hornets, which are Generation 4 platforms. The F-35C provides the Navy's only current carrier-based stealth strike capability, B-2 Spirit. The B-2 Spirit is a strategic stealth bomber and the only flying wing design ever to enter operational service with the United States military. Northrop Grumman developed it under a highly classified program that began in the late 1970s, and the aircraft entered service in 1997. Although it is a bomber rather than a fighter, the B-2 is a fifth-generation platform by capability definition, designed to penetrate the most heavily defended airspace on Earth without fighter escort. The aircraft's flying wing configuration eliminates the vertical tail surfaces that generate strong radar returns on conventional aircraft. Its surface coatings and internal weapons bays reduce its radar cross-section to a level that allows it to operate inside integrated air defense systems that would destroy any conventional bomber. It can carry up to 40,000 pounds of ordnance, including the massive ordnance penetrator, a 30,000-pound bunker-busting bomb designed to destroy hardened underground facilities. Only 21 B-2s were built. The original program called for 132 aircraft, but the collapse of the Soviet Union and a per-unit cost that exceeded $2 billion when development expenses were factored in made further production politically impossible. All 20 surviving operational aircraft are based at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri and require climate-controlled hangars to preserve their radar-absorbent coatings. The B-2 has seen combat in Kosovo, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Libya. It remains the only aircraft in the world capable of delivering large nuclear and conventional payloads from stealth penetration profiles at intercontinental range. B-21 Raider. B-21 Raider is the newest American military aircraft to enter, the fifth-generation category and the designated successor to the B-2 Spirit in the strategic bomber role. Northrop Grumman developed it under the Long Range Strike Bomber program, which the Air Force launched in 2011 to address the aging B-2 fleet and growing adversary air defense sophistication. The B-21 made its public debut in December 2022 and conducted its first flight in November 2023. It shares the flying wing configuration of the B-2, but incorporates updated stealth materials, a more open systems architecture that allows easier software upgrades, and a design intended to accommodate both crewed and optionally uncrewed operations. Its exact dimensions, radar cross-section, and payload specifications remain classified. The Air Force has stated a requirement for at least 100 aircraft, which would make it significantly more numerous than the B-2 fleet it supplements and eventually replaces. Unlike the B-21's predecessor, the program has been managed with greater cost discipline from the outset, with Northrop Grumman accepting a fixed-price contract structure for the development phase. The B-21 is designed to be upgradable across its service life to counter evolving threats, including advanced integrated air defense systems being fielded by China and Russia. It will carry both nuclear and conventional weapons and is expected to form the centerpiece of American long-range strike capability well into the 2050s.